Good morning. Myself, Raghavendra. I am the principal of Purnaprajna College, Udupi. This particular program is to promote the study habits improvement among the student community. In the way of life, we face at various junctures different types of competitive examinations. Maybe after 12th standard, maybe after your BSc degree, maybe after your BE degree, maybe after your masters. Okay. Most of these competitive examinations will be containing objective type questions in different subjects: mathematics, physics, chemistry, English, general knowledge. Okay. In particular, when it comes to mathematics, how exactly we need to study and answer these objective type questions. When you look at objective type questions, as we know, there will be options given. Okay. Out of 4, we need to choose one answer. We have to keep in mind, we have to read the question properly, pick up the data from the question, and don't rush into answering the question. Look at the objectives given there, options given there, and which may be the right answer. Just guess. Maybe your guesswork may give you answer much faster. Okay. For this guesswork, you need to have very good knowledge, okay, and a lot of previous experience of answering this type of questions. Many a times, the objectives given here, that is optional answers, they will tell us the method of doing the problem. So look at this first problem. This problem is coming from calculus, functions. The question is under composite of two functions. There are two functions, g of x and f of x. F of x is not given, g of x is given, g composite f is given. And you must know the terminologies used, notations used, you should be familiar. Okay. That is very important. That is where your experience counts. Okay. G of f of g of x, in the sense, whatever expression f of x has, in the place of x, you have to write g. Look at the options here. First option is x plus 1, second is x square plus 2, third is x square plus 1, fourth is x square minus 1. In the place of x, I have to put g, keep in mind. So it is better to try second, third, fourth options here. So I will try what is x square. That means x is equal to g, that is g of x square. Look at the second one. This is again from basics, relations here. There are two sets, set of complex numbers, set of real numbers. There is a relation given here. Okay. How they are related? Mod x equal to y. Mod x for complex number is a complex number, x is of the form u plus iv, real part u, imaginary part v. So mod x is root of real part square, imaginary part square. This is a knowledge required. Okay. So you have to put the values and get the answer y. If it is y here, then x is related to y. So which of them is correct here? Look at the first option, 2 plus 3i. If I put u equal to 2, v equal to 3, I won't get 13, I will get root 13. So first option is wrong. You have to be very quick. The last one is better to try first, it is very simple. The fourth one is I. When I put I, Here this is written as 0 plus I. So I is coefficient of I is 1. So it is 1 square. Answer is 1. So it is given I is related to 1. That is correct. Next one. This is again basics. Domain of the function. Okay. Domain for which functions defined are equal. So 3x square minus 1 is equal to 3 plus x. This is the meaning. So this becomes simple quadratic equation. We know that there are two answers. We have to solve this to get the solutions here. So here, better to substitute and verify whether 1 is an answer here. 1, 3 minus 1, it won't be the answer. If I put 3, it will become 3 minus, if I put 1, it will become 2. If I put minus 1, it will become 4. Minus 4 will be 0. So minus 1 is an option. Therefore, either first one or third one is the correct option. Then you have to put 4 by 3 minus 4 by 3 and verify the answers here. The answer is first one, that is minus 1 and 4 by 3. Otherwise, you have to factorize this 3x square plus 3x minus 4x minus 4 equal to 0. Minus x is written as plus 3x minus 4x. This is how we studied in high school. Okay. This method works, but little lengthy. Experience tells us that substitution is better. This problem comes from inverse trigonometry function. Here again, your experience, hard work pays. Remember, look at the expression tan inverse 2x minus by 1 minus x square. If you are very good, immediately you would recognize this. Tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square is nothing but 2 tan inverse x. So it simple function made to look complicated. This is an important part of solving this. When is it 1 1 on 2? When is tan inverse x 1 1 on 2? We know that graph of tan x is like this. Between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, it will take infinity to infinity. This is the graph of tan x. If you look at in the horizontal direction, that will be the graph of tan inverse x. So domain is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So function is 1 1 and on 2, minus infinity to plus infinity, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That is the first option. Similar question, very nicely phrased question here, which tests your hard work. Sine inverse, we know that sine inverse x lies between plus 1 and minus 1. Therefore, can n pi lie between plus 1 and minus 1? Only when n equal to 0. Any other value you put integer value, you put n is an integer. If you put any integer value, n pi will be greater than 3 or less than minus 3. So n equal to 0 is the only option. Okay. So what is x plus 1? When n equal to 0, you get sine inverse of that expression is 0, which tells us x square minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Then you have to solve for x. Find x. This is 4 and 3. Minus 7 is minus 4 minus 3, product is 12. So x is 4, x is 3. So 4 plus 0, 3 plus 0, two answers. Second option is correct.